Just wanted to take a few minutes and help someone who feels a little less motivated than they would like to. You're not in a good space, you're not in a good place, maybe emotionally, mentally, psychologically. Maybe you're just kind of down. You're kind of down in the dump a little bit. Specifically, men who maybe have gone through a season or through a time where there was something that was lacking in your life, and you felt like you needed something. You needed someone to give you something, someone to do something for you. And maybe that thing has come, right? Maybe you've gained that thing, but now you're kind of in a place where you're really thinking to yourself and really feeling within yourself that the world needs to give you something, that you're missing something, that you're lacking something, that you are in a position of constant need and constant desire for something that you don't have. And what I've discovered, man, is that that really takes us down a path, down a road of it could end in depression, but it also just drains us of our energy. And today I wanted to just give you a strategy to kind of pull yourself up out of that funk, right? Some people call it just getting unstuck. You kind of find yourself in this place where you you feel like you're in need of something, and you lack something, and you're waiting for the world to give you that thing, or someone to give you that thing, or for God to give you that thing. And that's not a place of empowerment. That's not a place of motivation. But the place of motivation is the place of creation. And that's really what I wanted to share today, is that if you want to motivate, create. If you want to motivate, create. Now, the reason I say this is because we were created by a creator to create. We were created by a creator for the purpose of creating. If you go back to Genesis 1, God gave us, after creating us, these commands, right? To multiply, increase, fill the earth, subdue it, rule, dominate, be about business, be about the creation of things, be like me, right? We were created in the likeness and the image of God. And so in many ways, God is basically saying, be like me in the world, be like me in the earth, create like me. And so many times when we're not feeling motivated, it's because we're not being ourselves. We're not being the creators that we were created to be. And so today I just want to give you this very simple strategy, right? I'm going to keep it super, super simple. If you want to motivate, create. Motivation is the product of creation. You were created as a creator, the very contribution of God. That's what you are in and of yourself. You are a created being, created by God to replicate, to duplicate, to be as God in the world. And so as your creator created you, you are then to act like your creator, to create things, to bring things to pass, to bring things to be. And through that, you're able to be motivated because you're being the most like you. See, one thing that I've discovered, man, is when we're not ourselves, when we're not aligned with ourselves, when we are not being ourselves, then we lack motivation because we're out of alignment. There's nothing like being aligned with who and what we really are. Nothing motivates you like being yourself. And so when you begin to create things as a contribution to the betterment of someone else, it begins to motivate you. Because number one, you're being like yourself, you're being the creator that you were created to be, and you're being the contribution that you were created to be. See, when you're in a state of I need, I want, the world needs to give me, people need to give me, God needs to give me, when you're stuck in the state of lack mentally, when you think you don't have, when you think that you are less than and that you have less than you need or want, you're coming from a position of a position not of strength, a position not of motivation. But when you realize that God has blessed you with all the resources that you need, number one, a mind that works and thinks and strategizes and calculates and can imagine what is to be, then you began to self-motivate. When you stir up in your heart, when you stir up in your mind, I am a created thing. I was created by God to create. I was created by God to be a contribution. I have gifts, I have talents, I have things that have been given to me, invested within me, that can be of service, that can be of help, that can bless someone else. When you take that position, then you're able to motivate yourself. And so how do we pull ourselves up? I just want to encourage you today to create something. Begin the process of creating something. It doesn't matter what the creation is. It doesn't matter what it is. Just taken from my own life, right? I've created, I've written 3 books. So I've created literature. I've created books. I'm doing this live right now, right? I'm a content creator. So I create content that's purposed to help and to assist people. I've created master classes that I offer on my website for people to download and to use to discover themselves. I've created workshops where I've had people attend my workshops on the weekends, and I've educated them in financial literacy, self-development programs. I'm just kind of sharing a few things that I've created. And one thing that I've noticed is the more I create for someone else, the more I create with the purpose of helping someone else, the more motivated I am. There's something about being wrapped up in the process of creation, of creating something, of bringing something, even as Stephen Covey says, right? Everything has 2 creations, first in the mind and then in the material. There's something special about being in the process of creating something for the benefit of someone else. I think that's the key to motivation, because when you are creating something for the benefit of someone else, then you are being most like you. You are aligned with your essence. You are aligned with your nature, your God-like nature. You're being like your Father. You're being like your God. You're being like your Creator. When you are wrapped up in the process of creating something to contribute to someone else's life improving, which is all God does. He contributes to our improvement. He contributes to our welfare. He contributes to our betterment. Then the light bulb starts going off, and the creation process starts to motivate you, because now you're being what you were created to be, a contribution to the betterment of someone else. So what will it be for you? I'm not here to tell you what it is. I'm not here to tell you what you should create. Maybe you're like me and you like to educate people, you like to motivate people. So maybe it's a book. Maybe it's a YouTube video. Maybe it's just posting online on social media. Maybe it's creating a course, right? Or if you're not into education, maybe you're into cooking, right? You're creating a new recipe. I'm just trying to think, right? Well, right now I'm sitting in front of my pool. Maybe you want to start a pool business, right? You're out here in Southern Cal like me, and you want to start a pool service, right? I don't know what it is, right? I'm sitting kind of on this stool, right? Kind of made of wood. So maybe, I don't know, maybe you want to start some sort of furniture fixing company, right? I'm just throwing stuff out there, man. My purpose in this is to just inform some, inspire some, educate some in the area that if you are in a slump, if you're stuck, if you're down, perhaps, this is not applicable to everybody, but perhaps one way that you can pull yourself up is redirecting your focus away from what you think you lack, what you think you don't have, what you think you're missing. Pray and ask God for a greater awareness of the resources that He's given you, the gifts that He's given you, the talents that He's given you, right? Because we all got natural gifts. We all got natural talents. We all have something to work with. I've been given the gift of communication. That's a gift. And so over the last 20 or so years, I've cultivated that gift as a keynote speaker, as a motivator, as a content creator. I took the gift and I've found probably 6 or 7 ways, right? I've got a podcast, right? There's different ways for me to communicate. And so I've just gotten creative with the gift that God gave me. And I want to encourage you to do the exact same. I want you to redirect your focus. And this is not pretending like your problems aren't there. This is not about ignoring something that you may lack in your life. This is not about pretending like you don't need anything. Maybe you do need something. Maybe you do lack something. Maybe you are praying and waiting for God to give you something. What I'm saying is that in the meantime, while you're waiting, while you're praying, while you're in the season of expectation, the Bible does talk about occupying until I come. Occupying, doing something with your time, doing something with the gifts that I've given you, doing something with the treasures that I've invested within you, those ideas. You guys got ideas that need to be brought to pass. You guys got all kinds of strategies and solutions that could help a lot of people. You got products in your mind, in your heart. You got services, right, that are in your mind, in your heart. You got things that you can be putting together and constructing and creating, and someone else could benefit from it. And I'm just here to tell you that I've been through the fire, man. I've had every kind of challenge you can name. And so I speak with confidence about this. This is not about being Superman. It's not about pretending like things don't bother you. All of those things are true, and all of those things can be true. Nevertheless, I've also learned that sitting around waiting for the solution to fall out the sky, sitting around waiting for someone else to come and save me, sitting around waiting for my season and my big moment, can be equally as frustrating and equally as emotionally depleting and frustrating and disheartening. And I found that with whatever energy I have, if I can get into the process of creating something that's going to benefit someone else, I have consistently re-motivated, right? Re-motivated myself to take another step forward. Because again, and let me just go ahead and end off, because I'll start to just start rattling. Here's my point in summary. Motivation is a product of creation. Motivation, if you are not motivated right now, you're just sitting around stuck, you feel a little deflated, life kind of sucks, and you're like, you're just trying to work yourself up, you're trying to get back right, you're trying to get remotivated, you're trying to get things going again. One of the ways, this may work for you, it may not, but one of the ways that I've discovered is that through creation, there is motivation. Creating for the benefit of someone else is being most like yourself, because we were created by a creator to create. At the center of our purpose, at the center of our being, we are creators, made in his likeness and his image, to be like God, to do like God. So think about it, pray about it, assess, go within. What have you been given? What do you have? Right? All throughout the Bible, right? Jesus would look to his disciples and say, what do you have? God's always giving you something. You have a seed that can be sown. You have a small something that can be stewarded well, and that it can become something else. Even as I sit in my backyard, some of this greenery back here, the reality of this greenery, I don't even know what this is, a plant or whatever this is, right? The only reason that I've got these trees and things behind me is because at some point somebody sowed a seed. That's the only reason it's there. The only reason that I get to enjoy sitting out here and seeing this is because someone sowed a seed. And I just want to encourage you to sow your seed today. Take that seed that God's given you, sow it and grow it. Be a blessing to someone else, and be a blessing to yourself, right? When you create, you're being a blessing to yourself, because you return home. You're being yourself. You're a creator. You are a contribution created by God to be a contribution to the betterment of society. So as you make someone else's life better, your life gets better. As you sow your seed, right, it will begin to grow, And as it grows, so will your joy, so will your peace, so will your happiness, so will your contentment, so will your fulfillment. So much will come out of you deciding, yes, I've got these problems, I've got these issues, I've got these struggles. Yes, they're there, they're real, but so is the truth of God's creation concerning me. It's also true of me that I've got gifts, I've got talents, and I've got a seed that I can sow. And I've got the ability to create something to help someone else out. And when you do that, you're actually helping yourself out as well. That's it, man. That's it. That's all the time I have. I love you guys. I'm praying for you guys. I'm believing in you guys. Travail C, W Lynch, Mr. What. If you guys have never gone over to my website, and you guys have not downloaded my free masterclass on self-discovery, please do that, man. If you're someone who's kind of, you don't have direction in life, you don't have a real good sense of who you are, your purpose in life, or you've watched this video and you're asking yourself, well, I don't know what gifts I have. I don't know what the talents God's given me. I don't know what those things are. In this free masterclass, I break it all down. I give you free assessments. I lead you through it. It's about an hour, but it comes with a workbook. It comes with 3 assessments that are absolutely free, and it comes with a whole lot more. So go over to IamThePossible.com and go ahead and get that free masterclass, man. Take that masterclass, get all the tools and everything that you need. It's free. It's absolutely free, no strings attached. But go ahead and get that and start to learn who you are, start to learn what you got, and then from there you can begin to come up with a game plan in terms of what God has created you to create. All right. Love y'all, praying for y'all, believing in y'all. Until next time, man, let's continue in your heart right here. Let's regulate, man, right here in your eyes, right? Let's continue to innovate. Let's be innovative, guys. In your mind, your emotions, guys. Let's continue to regulate. As always, continue to be your possible. Continue to be encouraged, and just continue, man, to lean into God and know that God's created you to create something. And the more you create for others, the more you're going to motivate yourself. All right? Pick yourself up today. Love y'all, praying for y'all. And I believe in y'all. All right? Till next time, man. Much love.